Hello, Guardians. Welcome back to Right Way Gaming. It is the weekly reset since it is Tuesday, the 21st of February. Now, for this week, it's pretty similar to last week, except it's mainly Arcburn. So, let's start off with the weekly PvP as we normally do, and it is Mayhem Clash. Some of you will be happy because you like that sort of chaos. Some of you won't be, like me, because, well, quite frankly, I find it too chaotic. Even though I do well in it, I just think it's chaos, and it actually says that in the description. Embrace the chaos. So if you can embrace that sort of thing, then fair enough. If you're like me and you prefer something a little bit more organised and challenging, then, standard PvP is more suitable. So then we go on to the Nightfall. Now, this week's Nightfall is the Abomination heist. So you're going to be fighting a big ugly ogre at the end of it. And the modifiers are Epic, as standard. Arcburn, so Zalo Supercell. Do I need to say it? Do I need to point that out? I don't think I do. Specialist, so get those Arcburn shotguns, snipers, sidearms, whatever it is you want to use, bring them, because they are going to hit like a tank. Juggler, so make sure you are switching between those weapons. And exposure, so some of you may think Red Death, but personally I think the damage output of the Zalo is going to be much more beneficial. But you know what, if you're struggling and you feel like you need to switch out to your Red Death, so be it. It's always an option. Same as if you've got any other perk with weapons with perks that regenerate your health, they are going to probably help. So stick them on if they've got Arcburn. That's all I can say there. Now on to the weekly heroic strikes. So this week we have heroic. Surprise, surprise. Arcburn again. So, Zalo Supercell, and you will be flying through these strikes for them rewards. Brawler. So, if you ask me, why aren't you using your Arc subclass? Because Arc and Brawler, yeah, that's right, major melee damage. And Ironclad, but that ain't going to bother you because you're going to have Arcburn weapons and possibly subclass. Next, I'm going to take you on to what the raid challenge is for this week. So, based off what it was last week, it is Vossix this week. Now, I do like to comment on how you do them, but I'm always getting confused between the bosses, so I'm not going to do that today. Next is the Prison of Elders challenge, Elf Elders. So the modifiers this week are Catapult, Melee Kill Bonus, and Solar Burn. So Catapult basically increases, not decreases, increases the rate of your grenade recharge. Melee Kill Bonus, so more points for meleeing people. Solar Burn, increased damage with any solar weapon or ability. So if you ask me though, you should be taking Icebreaker, because that way you've got all the ammo you need and a solar burn weapon. The boss for round 1 this week is Seditious Mind. The boss for round 2 is Kexis Betrayed. And round 3 you are facing Val Arun. So I think this is the first week where the same boss hasn't been in it for the 4th week running, which was the Taken Cabal boss. So I'm quite surprised to see that finally change. Next, I'm going to take you on to the artifacts from Tira Khan. I can tell you that this week she is selling another good artifact, but you may be a bit miffed at which one it is. I'll see you there. Welcome back. Ignore the Postmaster for the 2nd week running. Yep, I always have something in the Postmaster because I'm lazy. Tira Khan, the Archivist. Don't know if I pronounced that right.
You have questions.
Oh, ignore that. I'm not using it. So, artifacts this week are Memory of Fellwinter. Now, it looks good because of the stat rolls, but that's because you lose your super. So, personally, I never use this artifact. But if you don't have it, then pick it up, because obviously you do have the Rise of Iron book, which you need to collect all 8 artifacts, which I've already done. Second, we have Memory of Timur. Timur. That's what I always call it, just because it sounds so similar. Melee attacks on minions of darkness have the chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. This, in my opinion, is the best PvE artifact there is. So, if you don't have it, pick it up, because it's going to help out a lot in raids and strikes and nightfalls. Now, it's not the perfect stat roll, but if you haven't got it, it's still a decent one to pick up. Then lastly, Memory of Perun. Enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. So, can be useful, but personally, I don't like it. It's a PvP only artifact, obviously, and it may seem like it's obvious when something like that would happen, but when you actually use it, you learn that it's not, because you find out at the last second, and if that's the case, you're probably going to be dead. So, personally, not an artifact I like to use. So, out of all them 3, I would probably say to pick up the middle one if you've not got it, and the other 2 just pick up if you've not already got them, because personally, like I said, I wouldn't use them. Next, I'm going to take you to the tower to see what Shax and Zavala are giving us this week for bounties. I wonder what they've got up for us. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. So, let's sprint to Shax and see what he's selling. Selling? What am I on about? Let's see what he's giving us for a bounty this week.
The city is with you, Guardian.
So we have Clash. Primary kills, assisted kills, ability kills, and the usual 7 matches completed. Picking it up. I'll pick it up even if I don't ever get a chance to do it, because they actually stack every week. Well, depending on if he brings a different one anyway. If it's the same one, then it won't. And Zavala's bounties are Strike Elite. I've already got it. Sunrise, usual again. That's the one that you can get the icebreaker from if you don't have it by now, which I could believe some people haven't. And then Simply Perfect, which I've already got again, which is complete Siva strikes without any member of your fire team dying to earn flawless medals. Now, with this particular bounty, I am going to point out that although it says your fire team dying, believe it or not, if you go into the heroic strikes by yourself and get into random players, as long as you don't die, it still rewards you the flawless medal. So, you are your fire team, if that makes sense, because you've jumped in with 2 others. So that's the way to complete that. So just complete 3 strikes of the heroic variety without dying. That is that, guys. That's where I'm going to wrap things up. If you've been watching for this long, I appreciate it, guys. Feel free to comment below. I do want to just point out that we have just started a clan called Thralls Deep in Cabal. Hilarious, I know. But we are looking for players to recruit, old and new. So if you're interested, drop me a message via YouTube or my gamer tag, which you can see in the top right as it is. And we will look into getting you into the clan and, let us know what you need help with. We'll be out there to help you. See you next time, Guardians.